Thank you for this opportunity. So the presentation is for the CCTV surveillance, what model we have implemented in Telangana, for the last over 5 years. So now we have almost institutionalized the statewide model. Now, please go to the next slide. I think if you give me the control, probably I can do it. Sir Robert Peel's model, which really talks about whatever the actions we do, it should reflect, to the public approval. So that is a strong belief. We do it in Telangana. We try to push this belief into our police force, and whatever the services we give, it should be delivered with high quality. So yeah, next. I've just gone by the list of the points which are given. So the presentation runs in that format. We have 2 Scotch Awards. We got it last year, and these are the 2 Scotch Awards. We are really proud to be part of this again. So the solution differentiator for us is, there are quite a lot, but I try to compress it as short as possible. First is we have a fully integrated safety city platform, security city platform, which is a unified, solutions are deployed on single platform, which probably you may not get to see in a lot of other implementations in India. And we are really proud to have this platform with us, and it started giving a lot of benefits and fruits for our police force. We have all these solutions, in terms of the CCTV, traffic related, crime data related, criminal related, or the dial 100 or CAD related. Whatever solutions we have implemented are integrated into this single platform. What it means is that our users get this single entry onto the platform to access any information which cut across multiple applications, multiple platforms with single sign-on. So that is the beauty of this platform. And it also meets all the protocols and standards which define. Sir, please go back. Hello.
Sir.
Yeah. Thank you. The next differentiator for us is that all the police station command control centers, because we also have the mini control centers in every police station, and where the jurisdiction of that police station police force use this, and it is federated to the central command center, which means that we feel that all the police stations are individual command centers integrated into a larger command center. So this really gives us the common perspective of whatever the awareness or whatever situation we have, with all the application sharing, data sharing, and a whole lot of information which comes in. Then we have a centralized multi-agency operations center, which is nothing but during the emergency situations or any mega event situations, because for Hyderabad, 6 months in a year, we run through a lot of mega events. So where different departments come together at one place or from their own command centers, will hooked onto this common application or a common system to run through those events and the emergency situations. And this also provides us a good awareness about what is happening around the emergency, any incident, in not only emergency, but any incident which takes place. So we will get to know what are those things around, when we have to attend those incidents. Now, the situational awareness such that if any incidents happens, then what kind of crimes have happened in and around that incident location, where the criminals are staying, and what kind of the vehicular movement has happened based on the requirement. So all these things can be run through or orchestrated on this single platform. So as I said, the real-time incident management, we can do it, which cut across multiple applications. Real-time insights into the field to the field officers, so they can, using their tab. Every field officer has got a tab, and using their tab, they get into the application and get all the information what is required in order to provide the services, and all the information which is dissemination to the stakeholders, which is a real-time in nature. Sir, next step. So champions are obviously the DGP, who's a complete his sponsorship and his also dedication to this project that made us a lot easier to drive these initiatives. And also the unit commissioners, state level core committees, and district and unit level committees, and cross-functional champions are also involved. These are the major champions who will help us to implement these initiatives. Next. So brief overview about the solution. Basically, CCTV, as we all know, that this is one of the easy, or rather most proven technology, which provides a easy solution or easy output, very easily output and very quickly output we get. This CCTV we basically have chosen, though there are many other options were there in the initial stages, but we thought that in order to get the immediate results or the efforts what we put, I think CCTV is the best way to go ahead, and we have taken it to enhance our safety and security of the citizens, and also the community participation, a very safer and cohesive community participation, and the building the safer communities as well, and also minimize the crime rates and improve the convictions, because the rate of convictions is the biggest problem for us, not only because of the surveillance, but also because of the evidences what we really prove. And obviously the enhanced evidence based policing is also one of the important part to improve the convictions and improve crime investigation process. And obviously the traffic and incidents management can be a lot more easier in order to mitigate the threats. And it also provides us multi cross-functional teams to operate on a single platform. Next, please. Yeah, it's live early 2016 because it's a phase-wise implementation. So we are started with the Hyderabad city, and then we are scaling up to at the state level. So we are almost halfway through, but the first lot of implementation happened, and we have tested the entire platform, which has gone live early 2016. Next, please. Challenges, there are many challenges, because when we started this initiative in 2015, nobody knows what is CCTV and what is a platform and what kind of solutions are available, because as you see, no single ERP kind of a thing for any other industries have. For police, there is no ERP. Every area is need to be automated, and there was not much of insight into the technology, number one. Number two, the police force is also not really ready to digest the technologies, because they have not even used it. Using a phone itself is difficult at some point of time. And CCTV is completely new to the police, and it was very hard to accept at that point of time, because they were scared of the technology. Obviously, we still see in certain quarter of the public, and also low community participation, because it is a city level implementation. Obviously, the community becomes the key factor to their participation. And there are still continuous challenges are there in terms of power availability at the field locations, because wherever we implement these sensors or any equipment need to go through the power requirement. Scarcity in availability, and also the high cost components. And also we have the funding for implementation of CCTV citywide. Next, that is also one of the challenges we have. Okay, so when we decided the implementation process is something which is required, so we have gone through the inclusiveness for the community, and we have changed certain legislatives also, so that the community participation becomes much easier through public participation. And we have also, influenced or rather requested the central government to change certain guidelines for running the CSR program, so that it can be, women's safety can be included and they can really promote the CSR programs for the CCTV. And there is a governance structure also we created. And in order to address this, the first thing we have done is that we have standardized the system architecture, and we have defined the design guidelines, and we also defined the technology standards and protocols. And then we went for the procurement, because once we standardize this, we know what to procure, and we have completely uniform cycle for all these things, so that we'll get the same technology standards across for uniform service delivery. Next, please. Yeah, these are the innovations we have done. Unified single security platform, ease of integration because of these standardizations. Federated police stations, we have complete control on the police stations, and we have taken a business process driven, which is nothing but multiple use case approaches. Quicker resolution through situational awareness, emergency management through unified solution, and multi-agency operation for critical incidents and mega events. Next. Of course, there's a lot to explain, but due to the time constraint, I am just walking through, which are quite. Please next, please, which is quite understandable with the solution. So just in a nutshell, the solution detail, we have a single security platform with multiple solutions coming on single platform, like traffic solution, CCTV solution, as I said earlier. And we have automated number plates apart from the cameras. We have a geospatial platform with defined police station jurisdiction boundaries. Crime analysis based patrolling we do, the police patrolling will be done, focus more on where the crime is happening. And the criminal surveillance also as part of the patrolling and also integrated with the jail monitoring. And for everything we do, it is through evidence. And we need to collect the evidence, which is nothing but evidence-based interventions we do. Whether we take video footages or forensics, through forensics or clues like biometrics, or any scene, crime scene automation, or taking video footages of those things. Please next.
I would request you to conclude, please.
Yes. Hot listed vehicle tracking, green corridor we have for emergency automated enforce. Next. Can you please take it first? Core committee, we have a core committee. Then we have defined standard operating procedures as a governance, retention, archival, distribution process and policies defined, multi-layer security process defined, standardization of technology defined, and sustenance expansion interventions are also we have defining slowly and getting into that. Next, please. Targeted audience, everybody and anybody who comes with touch with the crime or any crime prevention activities. Next, please. Pre-deployment, there are a lot of things, manual interventions, there are no technology available, huge man-driven activities we need to do. Very difficult to track the evidences and archive the evidences, and criminal movements, the visibility on the criminals and the crime is also very hard to track. But after this technology, everything is done digitally and tracking it on with the use of technology. And our software will help us, our platform will help us to do the analysis with the data, doing a data mining, using data mining tools and other interventions. Next, please. Benefits, crime reduction by 24% year on year in the last 5 years. That is a major benefit. In initial stages, we had 36%. Now we have stabilized up to 24 because of that. And these are the benefits which have come in. We have seen it improved safety and security, and we also have the lot of public confidence has been built, trust and confidence on police has been built, and everywhere we go, there's a lot of coordination and help also comes from the citizens. Just because we have proven in the last 5 years, because of the improved engagement with the citizens through community programs, proactive crime prevention activities through better patrolling, and high visibility on situational awareness because of the data mining and other things, and also the emergency, reaching the emergency location within no time. I mean, we have, I think, less than 5 minutes, 5 to 6 minutes. Next, please. Yeah, replicability and scale up. Yes, we started with Hyderabad city jurisdiction and we have scaled up to the PAN state implementation. I think we have almost done that. Of course, there are still parts are left. Now the same model we have applied, we have implemented as a template, and we are doing it successfully with the course corrections, whatever we are facing it with the environmental challenges which we face or the geographical challenges. Next. Thank you. If any questions, I'm ready to take.
Thank you, Mr. Reddy. Good presentation. I have only one small question. You see, definitely it has led to better provision and better and efficient provision of services to the people in general and better management by police. Now, see, often we hear that CCTV cameras, normally when we go back, we find that, ultimately they say it was found that they were not working. So how
Yes.
do you ensure that, number one? Number two, it is also seen that criminals also sometimes manage the
Yes.
CCTV. For example, if it is in an ATM or something like that, they will first cover it up and then do whatever they want to do. So how you are ensuring, how you are checking those things?
Yeah, there are two questions in this. The first question is that, quite often even the challenges we don't say that we don't have challenges. That's a huge challenge as a pan India, as a national. It's a huge challenge for two reasons. One reason is the power failure. With a lot of spikes coming in, there are no stable the threshold thing multiple times. So one is a power failure. We try to provide as much as protections to the power spikes and all, but every component has got its own limitations on the threshold values. But we try to reduce it. I will not say we have eliminated that. We try to reduce it. So that is one way we are doing it. And the second way doing it is also that we are trying to put some local UPS and other things, though it works out costly. But that UPS also will provide certain amount of leverage. So that is one part. The second part, network failure, is one part also. The other issue, through that we have a local recording. If network fails, the local recording will taken up. The edge recording will take up, and then later it will transfer back to the central thing. So these are the two major things we are trying to mitigate. The third is as you said, the tampering. Now tampering, we have got alerts. The moment you touch the camera, or the moment even if you little bit of shake happens, there is a tampering. The alert comes to our central thing, and also alert goes to the local the nearest petrol vehicle. Because all petrol vehicles have got the GPS devices, and not only GPS devices, they also have the tab which is the application is running. The alert goes to them and they quickly react. Of course, most often we don't get 100% we catch those criminals, but we try to avoid that timing. The loss of time we try to reduce, and we have significantly reduced it. So these are the major interventions and it is a continuous innovation we do. And and through also the local we have certain local police officers also there who does this patrolling, the manual patrolling, and also the vendors are there who manages these things. Sometimes they also act in order to reduce these the pain points. I hope I have answered your question.
Thank you.
Sir, generally, as pointed out by Mr. Madan Mohan, that sometimes these CCTVs are not working. So, in your experience, what is the method by which you ensure that all these are kept in working order? Power failure is one part, but whether they are technically connected in rains and all that, what is the method that they are kept in 100% working order?
Okay, there are a couple of course, one part I have discussed, I think we have discussed that. I don't have to repeat. In addition to that, I'm talking about. So we have already discussed on the power failures. We have already discussed on the network failures. We already discussed on the tamperings and other things. Of course, sometimes we also see that the thefts are happening. So, all those alerts we are managing. Now, when you talk about, yes, your question, I think, is the camera is running fine, but I think it is not giving the desired output. I mean, if I rephrase your question to that, it is not
No.
technically, it is not giving the desired output.
My question is that whether the connecting terminals, connecting wires, they are kept in perfect working order so that the CCTV is able to serve its function. Technical failure.
yeah.
My question is.
Oh, yeah. Yes, because
Sir.
I was talking about the security platform where we have every camera is been tagged to our geospatial platform. So the moment there is any failure at the field level camera, immediately it gives the alert on that particular platform, and the operator in the command center, and also the alerts goes to the nearest vendor or whoever is responsible, nearest some of the officers in the police stations. The alert goes there and they immediately go to the location and they correct it. Of course, obviously there is some latency, some gap will be there in order to correct that, but it is immediately one part. There are two parts. One is the detection, one is the correction. So the detection takes place immediately, and the correction, we try to reduce that time to correct those anomalies.
Yeah, sir. One minute, sir. Sir, one more. Our expert is in this group, sir. Omkar will answer.
Yeah,
this.
yeah. He's managing the command center, so he knows much better. Omkar, please add it.
Thank you, sir. So yeah, thank you, sir, and good afternoon to all of you, sir. So, sir, basically, these problems are very common, sir. Problem, that keeping everything up to dates and in current working conditions. So we are taking two approach on that, sir. First, preventive maintenance is done on the right schedule and defined schedule. Apart from that, we also have that full enterprise asset management system in place where any tampering or any non-behavior or different behavior of the device get captured immediately, and hence our field officers who is basically assigned to maintain these all devices are spread in the city. So nearest people get this particular event and they go and attend that particular any incident which is coming related to the maintenance. So we don't compromise anything on maintenance part, as well as we keep our help desk or SOC center is there, which is up to date with what is happening on backend infrastructure, including network, including data, including all the IP devices, everything, sir. So it is fully in place, sir. And we are
Thank
also,
you,
sir.
Thank you, Omkarji. I got your answer in perfect. Thank you so much.